minute, boom. What happened? I don't know what happened. My friend on the left side, my friend was screaming. She was crying. I was shocked. I'm bleeding. I don't know where the blood is coming from. She's screaming. The next thing, I just got out of the car and I was like, my body was numb. That place was in Mkutano Junction. Before, you know, where the accident was, and the next hospital is miles away. I'm bleeding like hell. My friend, I'm telling you, the trauma of begging strangers to take you to the hospital, even a car stopping so that they can help you, it's even a problem. Hey, I was there confessing my sins, telling God, oh God, if I die, just take me, remembering that I'm even born again. These days I normally say, let me laugh if I can laugh. Hey, let me tell you, Maina. Oh my God, guys, telling you these stories is like I'm going back to the same spot. I'm going back to the same scene. I'm feeling like crying, but I thank God. Like, by the time, so there's this car that stopped and this person was like, you know what, I've seen your car passing us so fast. So after looking at you guys, you are like, hey, you're the people who just passed us. Let us stop and see what's happening. Then the car was parked because it was yes, parents who are couples and children who are there. So me bleeding, and I even don't know how the cut is, but I was told it was a very deep cut because, you know, I was hit by the driver's seat, you know, after doof. Let me just demonstrate. Doof. Oh, this is the mark. If you don't know, this is the mark. I'll show you guys, don't worry. It cut me and it's a blunt object like a seat. You can imagine the impact that I had at that moment. So this stranger, they were like, oh, I've seen your car passing and we had to stop. So I was like begging that dude, that mubabas, to take me to the hospital. And the woman was like, oh, our children are going to be traumatized. Oh, I don't know what. Okay, they were confused for some reasons. They were shocked, you know. So I begged. I was like, I even laid down. Anyway, long story short, finally they helped us. The moment I just removed that handkerchief from my forehead, that kid looked at me. He was like, I don't know if that kid has healed up to date, you know. It was bad. Then I was even worried, you know, I'm a psychologist, so I was like, guys, this kid will always like feel traumatized, he will feel bad. I was even sorry for them. Yani, I felt good that I was rescued. At the same time, I was feeling sorry for these kids. So after that, I was taken to a clinic. Guess what? That clinic is even not a clinic. It's a petrol station, but it has a clinic. So this guy, he wasn't based on that area. Like, this is a person. Okay, this doctor, he came from Coast, Mombasa Hospital. Then here, I even can't remember the whole story. But ilikuwa tu mtu anashikilia kazi ya mwingine. I don't know how to put that in English, you know. Yeah. So the doctor came, he started stitching me. I was like, you know, that time I was also slaying. I had my makeup on. I didn't have my lashes. You know, we were going to Shango. But I was like, aki ukishona, aki chungu sishone eyebrows ikai vibaya. Shona tu vizuri. For me, what I was even scared of was my eyebrows. Not even that I'm going to die. I was like, okay, if you just do it so well that I won't look ugly. You know, just do it in a good manner. But that doctor was like, it's okay, I'm trying, you know, it's a deep cut, blah blah. Yeah, and that's how I got stitched. Now my friend, when we were on the accident scene, she decided, I told her to call my boyfriend. He picked, he was shocked. The first thing, he even called my brother. My brother was like, where are you? Okay, another thing, I'm also an open book. Yes, some families, you don't have to date when you're young. You know that thing of, oh, you're going to become pregnant, sijui nini nini. That's my family. And my parents are strict. Have you asked me why I never called my parents? Because for one, they are strict. Okay, I called my boyfriend, he called my brother. Then my brother, okay, I told you he had a car. He decided to meet up with my boyfriend. Oh, I was telling you, I'm an open book, that if I date, I normally introduce someone to my family. Like, okay, my siblings, not parents. You know, I've told you my parents are strict. So I normally introduce them to my siblings and tell, hey, this is the person I'm dating and whatever. So my brother knew him and they were kind of friends, not close friends, but they knew each other. And he decided to pick him and come all the way to Makutano. The journey that we took 1 hour 30 minutes. My brother flew. Within 30 minutes, he was already there. Okay, my friends started to get the nearest hospital, like so that they can see if I'm stitched properly or I have any internal injuries. By the time we're looking for the next hospital, my brother was already there. He went, you know, he's a big man, Kibausa. Hey, my brother is a Buddhisco. You can think he's a millionaire. Hey, may God bless that guy. Oh. That body, it's for rich people. Hey, let me just laugh when I can. I'm saying this in the second time. You guys, you have never slept and felt like you should never wake up to see the next morning. Even laughing was a miracle. Okay, so he was asked if I'm okay, if I can travel back to Nairobi, and the doctor said yes, he can see the stitches are okay, he can travel. I even don't know if he even had an idea. But we came back. My brother decided to take off with me. Then my friends continued with their what is it called, with their introduction. Okay, my friends never got injured because, for one, okay, as a driver you can really see this is an accident that is happening. Secondly, my friend had already had a seat belt and the impact was not on their side. And thirdly, I was on the driver's side and I was just that dumb. I couldn't do anything. I just stared. And that's how it happened. Yeah, so that's the story. So guys, okay, let me say it. Yes. So guys, for those people who are like, you would avoid safety belt, this couldn't have happened to you. Let me tell you, my friends, even in Matatu, they don't have safety belts. Even in people who wore safety belt, you've seen other accidents, those safety belts choked them and died. So at that point I was like, anyway, ajali ina kinga, you know, because I feel it's so lame of you, or it's so rude. The first thing you ask someone, did you have a safety belt? And then you start now educating that person the way safety belts are good. If I knew I'm going to die or I'm going to be in a road accident, I would have done that. So my brother was told that, yeah, I'm going to go back to Nairobi. So we drove back to Nairobi. Let me tell you that journey. I was feeling like I'm going to die the next second. As in the trauma of getting into another car and the driver, that is my brother, driving even faster than where I was. I'm like, that's it, my friend. We are now going to die. Officially, my death day has reached. Because he drove fast and he was like, he doesn't care because he doesn't know if I have internal bleeding. Even, yes, I'm moving, I look okay, but he's not even sure if I have a spinal cord problem. My leg was aching, even I couldn't feel my leg at that time. I didn't know I was to have a scar on my leg, by the way. By the time we reached to Nairobi, it was even, was it even less than 30 minutes again? Or it was, I even can't remember. Because we reached at Aga Khan Hospital. My parents were there, my uncle, my dad was there. They received us. But Aga Khan service was slow. Sorry to say this, but there was no vibe there. Honestly, I wasn't attended that fast. I don't know if it was because I seemed to look okay or anything, you know. But okay, my dad had a connection over there, so he called someone. I got MRI. It's a scan whereby to confirm if my brain is still working or my head this side is okay, because I'm going to show you guys the pictures this side. Like, at least you can look at those pictures and understand what I'm talking about. Yeah, but they finally saw there's nothing bad with, so the way my stitches were stitched, they weren't stitched in a professional way. So there's a way here my eyebrows was kind of lifted, I couldn't see properly, but thank God I was okay. I slept there for one day, if I can say. After that we booked other appointments because, you know, the cut was very deep. Yeah, so I went there to visit day 1, day 2, day 3, and it was kind of costly. Not kinda, because where Aga Khan is expensive, because only the scan, it was around 35,000, and we haven't even calculated the money I spent for consultation to the plastic surgeon, you know. Yeah, so after that I went back home. When I got home, my family members were shocked, like what happened. They couldn't believe. Remember, I haven't cried this whole time. I didn't know that I'm going to cry for 5 months down the line. Like, life became harder. As days went by, or go or went or did what, sunrise, sunsets, my days were becoming harder and harder and harder. So guys, I want to shoot a whole episode of loss and grief, post-trauma, how I managed to, how I almost got into depression, how I adjusted to the new life. I want to start now posting this series. Yeah. Thank you for watching. Kindly subscribe, like, and share the video.